This is Markin Out. Pro Wrestling Talk by Pro Wrestling fans. We marking out, y'all. Follow on Twitter. Pro Wrestling Talk by Pro Wrestling fans. We marking out, y'all. Marking Out. Pro Wrestling Talk by Pro Wrestling fans. We marking out, y'all. Brennan likes fisting. Pro Wrestling Talk by Pro Wrestling fans. We marking out, y'all. We're marking out. Pro Wrestling Talk by Pro Wrestling fans.
Welcome to Markin Out, Pro Wrestling Talk by Pro Wrestling fans. This is episode 786. Thanks for listening. Make sure you give us a 5-star rating to go with that 5-star frog splash wherever you are listening to our podcast. You can check us out on Spotify and everywhere else that you are downloading podcasts, of course. Buy our t-shirt, though, prowrestlingtees.com/markinout. You can also give us a like on Facebook. We have a great page over there. You can give us a follow on TikTok at Markinout, on Twitter at Markinout, and on Instagram at Markinout11. And you can follow me, Dave the Rave, that I know that you crave, at David PT DPT. You can follow Chris at CM Sweeney 85 and Chris Sweendog. That is on Instagram and then Twitter. And you can follow Brandon at BTTG161. Brandon, though, he is here with me. How are you?
I am doing awesome as always. How about yourself?
I'm doing very good. I feel like I'm still catching up on some sleep. How you doing?
It was pretty fine. Pretty all right. I watched the Olympics, the end of the Olympics. I don't typically watch the Olympics, but I turned on USA versus Canada. Saw USA win. Wouldn't call it a dominant victory or anything, but what do you think of the 3-on-3 overtime? People get pissed off.
That was exciting. You know, that was exciting. The men's got the gold in hockey, and the women's got the gold in hockey. So that's.
Did you not hear what I asked you?
No, I didn't.
I said, "What do you think about the 3-on-3 overtime rule?"
I'm fine with it. It speeds up the game. I'm okay with it.
A lot of people get pissed off at that.
Nah, it doesn't bother me.
We also had a gigantic blizzard, so that was something.
We did.
I feel like there was enough snow that I could have safely jumped off my roof. Mm-hmm. But I don't have the courage to try that.
Well, you know, maybe our little Darby Allin over here. You never know. We're supposed to get snow this weekend.
I honestly think I could have done it.
Gotten kicked out of an Uber?
Yeah. I don't know if that video is real or not. That it comes off as not real, but at the same time, why would you do an interview in the back of an Uber, especially with no headphones or anything?
Yeah, that seems very rude to me. Like, if I was the driver, I would be so pissed off. That just seems very rude. Like, I already try not to be on the phone when I'm in an Uber because it just seems very weird to me.
I feel like Uber and elevators have the same etiquette.
Yeah, I don't know. I could never be on a phone call and in a Uber or a Lyft, or at least like a phone call that's a prolonged period of time, especially an interview. I think that's just poor taste. But yeah.
Yeah, how'd you fare in that blizzard though?
I was fine. We ended up closing the office on Monday, and we opened up on Tuesday, and like nobody showed up as I expected. Tuesday morning, I didn't have any patients, and then in the afternoon, I only had like 3 patients, so that was fine by me. And the rest of the week, people have been just kind of dropping off, and we'll see what happens with this upcoming more snow.
Yeah, I mean, it snowed again on Wednesday morning, and it's like, gosh, are you kidding? But at least it like melted a lot better this time than it did last month.
Mm-hmm.
It's still like, obviously there's still snow, and like it literally just melted as the blizzard was coming. But I think it's been melting better. So
yeah, that's true. But yeah, we had a Monday Night Raw taking place, kicking
Which
off with
Michael Cole and Corey Graves opened the show, and Gunther interrupted them. And he spoke about celebrating the career.
Forgot, yeah.
What?
Yeah, I forgot that they were in the ring to start with the opening.
Yeah, and he spoke about celebrating the career of AJ Styles and how it's a disgrace that it's a celebration for a loser. And he reminded everybody again that he ended Goldberg's career. He ended John Cena's career. He ended AJ Styles' career as well. And how it should be a celebration for him. Adam Pearce showed up.
Security and Gunther's not wrong, too. Gunther's not wrong as a heel. I mean, look at his accolades.
In the same building, might I add, he retired Goldberg.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I didn't even think about that. That's very true.
But security escorted Gunther out, and then Dragon Lee attacked him from behind, which got broken up. And then it went backstage as well, and Cody Rhodes looked at Gunther on his way to the ring. So we had a small little stare down between Cody Rhodes and Gunther. Maybe that hints at something else. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if we can expect them to pair up for WrestleMania, but
we had Cody go to the ring, and he spoke about AJ Styles. Immediately, almost after that, gets interrupted by the Vision. And Logan Paul spoke about Bronson Reed winning the Elimination Chamber. Cody brought out the Usos. Jey Uso, they go into that match where Jey Uso picks up the victory over El Grande Americano, Original, as well as Bronson Reed to qualify for the Elimination Chamber. I think that whole, segment into segment into segment into segment into match, it felt like they were doing something, especially with this match. This match had so many commercials.
It did.
It felt like
a lot of commercials.
It felt like they were doing that to get them all out of the way and have everything for maybe a huge ending of Monday Night Raw.
Mm-hmm. So that's true. That's very true. I didn't think. I actually. You're correct. That's usually what they do, and that didn't occur to me when all of that was happening. That was the reason, but it did lead into Jey Uso picking up the victory over El Grande Americano, Original, and Bronson Reed to qualify for the Chamber.
I already said this.
Yeah, but this, unfortunately, in this matchup, Bronson Reed suffered an apparent bicep tear, and he could be out for 5 to 6. I think it was 5 to 6 months.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
And I guess that also depends. I mean, technically, it depends on the severity and also if he undergoes surgery for it.
The news sites said that he was slated to win this, so it's unfortunate.
I mean, I could definitely see him coming out as the winner, but also that's the thing too. I guess it really depends on if he undergoes surgery, because technically a bicep tear, you don't need surgery, but we're gonna have to find out. Hopefully, he'll be okay though.
I think the most exciting part of this match was when El Grande Americano caught Jey Uso's splash with a pin and almost got the victory there.
I actually really liked the part where I think it was Bronson Reed catching Grande and Uso for a fall-away slam. I think it was the fall-away slam I really liked.
And I went into this match thinking he was going to win, so it honestly, the match, it really didn't do much for me because I thought he was going to be the one winning. And I don't think any of these three were winning the Elimination Chamber. So,
I mean, I definitely don't want to see Jey Uso. I mean, I don't know. I would have probably even had a surprise and had if Bronson Reed was supposed to win and he couldn't. My audible would have been probably to give a shot to try Americano in the Elimination Chamber, because Jey Uso, he's tag team champions right now. this goes along with the theme song and everything. Why is this a thing?
Yeah, but we'll talk about our pick in a moment. After that, Liv Morgan came out. Dominic was there as well. And Dominic, for Liv Morgan, called Stephanie Vaquer out. He called Jade Cargill out so Liv Morgan can make her decision about WrestleMania. And she said that she thought about what Stephanie Vaquer said to her all week and how selfish she's been. And she apologized to Stephanie Vaquer for judging her, and then she made it look like she was about to pick Jade Cargill to face at WrestleMania, and she clocked Stephanie Vaquer with the microphone, beat her down, and that sets up the match.
I gotta say that sell from Vaquer, I really like that sell. Like when she got hit, it looked like she just got shot or something. Like the way that she just went down, the way that she sold it. I really like the way that she sold that microphone shot. It was very good.
I would like to see her retain, though.
I could see her retaining, I think. Is this the first main event that Liv Morgan is in at WrestleMania, though? Not main event, but title match?
I don't think this is going to be a WrestleMania main event.
No, not main event. I didn't mean that. But matchup-wise, Liv Morgan has been in a title match for WrestleMania before?
Probably not. I have no idea off the top of my head.
I don't remember because, I thought that she would have won a Royal Rumble before. So I was surprised that this was her first Royal Rumble win because I guess she's just been in the final four so many times where it just seems like it. So if this is Liv Morgan's first WrestleMania title match, I could see her winning.
No, she had a tag team. She was a tag team champion last year.
Yeah, but I don't think singles wise. Yeah, so if anything, I could actually see Liv winning this then. But next up, we had Natty pick up the victory over Maxine Dupree, but it was by ref stoppage following Maxine just eating the turnbuckle on the outside of the ring, the post.
It's a ring post, brother.
Yeah, not the turnbuckle, the post.
Yeah, they immediately went outside basically to fight, and she got knocked out. And then Natty beat her repeatedly after the match, and obviously the referees and everyone trying to stop Natty. I'm a fan of this gimmick. A lot of people are now trashing Natalya, trashing Natty for this gimmick. I'm a fan.
Trashing it? Why?
It's not working. It's LOL. She calls herself a low-key legend. LOL. It's not going good for her, is it? LOL.
That doesn't make any sense. This like legit is her gimmick? Once she moves, because all right, so Maxine, she moves on for like Natty could move on to somebody else now. And then you have Maxine come back and then get her revenge on Natty. But now you could pair Natty with I would pair Natty with somebody else until Maxine could come back. And I wouldn't even have her come back until maybe right before WrestleMania, have her and Natty as a WrestleMania match.
LOL, they're doing Natty versus Maxine again. LOL.
That's what they'd say. After that, we had Brock Lesnar come out to basically see who he'll be facing at WrestleMania. The whole crowd was chanting for Obafemi. I think they spent way too long in this segment repeating the same thing over and over again just to have nobody come out. But I assume this is going to be what we're getting from Brock Lesnar every single week leading to WrestleMania, where we finally get like a Cody Rhodes situation where whoever answers the challenge is like, oh my God, it's so-and-so. Or maybe it will be Obafemi, and hopefully Obafemi is the winner.
Even if it's Obafemi, I still see it as a oh my God, Oba's answering.
But I'm saying, I feel like that's what we're going to get until the actual... I feel like it's just be copy and paste. Brock Lesnar is coming to Madison Square Garden. Who will I face at WrestleMania? Same thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
there are a lot of dates until then. There are a lot of Brock Lesnar dates I believe. So
Yeah. I would even have Brock Lesnar no-show some of them, piss off people.
that you can't. That'd be awful. Yeah, I don't think you could do that.
Exactly. I would have him piss or come out to the ramp and just be like, "Hey, I'm here," and then just leave. I feel like there's somebody else that did that. I forgot who. There was a few heels that just would walk down to the ring and be like, "No,"
Yeah, Larry,
and then
David.
just leave. Yeah, but. Next up, you had Javon Evans pick up the victory over Kofi Kingston. There's a lot taking place backstage beforehand, though.
Yeah, it stemmed from a backstage segment with the New Day and Offset. And obviously this match gives Javon a big win before going into the Elimination Chamber, where he's most likely not going to be winning. I feel like that's safe to say.
Yeah. I don't know. I hope.
I don't think Javon Evans is winning the Elimination Chamber. I'll say that.
I don't know what it would lead to.
But, it would obviously, if he wins, it's getting a title shot at WrestleMania. You're not booking Drew McIntyre versus Javon Evans.
No.
I liked
That won't work.
when Kofi Kingston, instead of just standing there, he ran off at one point to not be dived onto from Javon. I like that part. Grayson Waller tried to distract Javon Evans, but Evans saw Kofi Kingston coming back. And then Kofi tried to outsmart him again with a handshake and a kick, but Javon caught the kick. The referee gets distracted. Kofi's able to poke him in the eyes, which allowed for Kofi to take over. Javon goes for a moonsault, hurts his ankle. So he's now working this match with a hurt ankle when Kofi Kingston moved, which it's kind of funny how once, he did that, one of the very first things that he did was the dive to the outside. I feel like if your ankle's hurt, you should maybe not do stuff like that. But
probably don't go for the dive.
Grayson Waller attacked Javon behind the referee's back. He gets kicked. He kicks out of Kofi's pin. And then Offset gets involved and attacks Grayson Waller, which ultimately distracted Kofi Kingston and led to the OG cutter.
Yeah.
I think it was
fine. It was good.
Fine involvement from Offset there.
Yeah, it did the trick.
After that, we had CM Punk, who, by the way, first of all, arrived to the arena in a Daytona 500 race car with Tyler Reddick, the guy who won. So that was I don't really care about race cars, but I thought it was a cool intro. But he put over AJ Styles, and then he moved on to Roman Reigns, who was not there. It's kind of annoying that he won the Royal Rumble and he's just not there. So,
yeah.
But CM Punk said, what if he doesn't wait for WrestleMania and next week when Roman Reigns is there, he punches him on Monday Night Raw? And then he said that he'll let Finn Balor and Roman Reigns ask all the what ifs because he doesn't have to, as he is the current World Heavyweight Champion. They're the ones chasing him. He's going into WrestleMania with the championship, guaranteed with the championship. This promo was okay. Ultimately, it didn't do anything for me. It didn't do anything to hype up Finn Balor versus Roman Reigns or whatever, Finn Balor at the Elimination Chamber. It didn't do anything to hype up WrestleMania to me because we're already, CM Punk's not actually guaranteed to walk into WrestleMania as champion, as he said, because he does have that match at the Elimination Chamber with Finn Balor, but I feel like that this promo segment didn't really do much to hype up that match.
Yeah, to me it was just a filler of time. That's it. I don't know. But next up you had Raquel Rodriguez pick up the victory over Kairi Sane and Io Sky to qualify for the Chamber. I thought that this match actually was probably my favorite match of the night. I thought that they did really good, and I was really excited to see Kairi and Io go at it too.
I feel like they didn't really do much, though. And I guess I kind of went into this thinking Io would win. So,
Okay.
Especially when she hit
That's
that
true.
over the moonsault on Kyrie, I was like, well, that's obviously it. But Raquel Rodriguez pulled Kyrie Sane out of the ring. Io ends up hitting the bullet train attack. And Raquel ends up stopping the over the moonsault. Io does hit the moonsault. Raquel then eventually moves out of the way of the insane elbow and hits Kyrie with the Tejana bomb. So, I really thought we were going to see Io in that chamber.
I thought so too, but I do like how there were moments where I like how there was a moment where Kyrie and Io actually teamed up very little.
I think she's going to get
battle.
yelled at for that.
Exactly, but I love how like they were teaming up very little for Raquel, but then like there was a quick moment where Kyrie like realized that she just teamed with Io, and she just like snapped right back into it, realizing that she's going to get yelled at, and just went right after attacking Io after that. I thought that was really funny.
Yeah, I like that aspect of the match. Also, throughout the night, we saw people backstage for AJ Styles. We saw Bobby Roode talking to Shinsuke Nakamura. We saw the Gorillas of Destiny talking to Mia Yim. And then the freaking Good Brothers pull up. We get a Bullet Club reunion. I kept wanting to say reunite.
There you go.
Reunion.
And it feels so good.
That was awesome. And then Frankie Kazarian is randomly walking backstage. He looks in a boiler room, and Abyss makes his WWE TV debut. That was incredible. You had Petey Williams.
Abyss, like, hold on. Abyss. Finally, after so long, Abyss. He finally made his Monday Night Raw debut, and it's on a same episode that features The Undertaker. The what ifs could have happened.
I'm glad you said his Monday Night Raw debut and not WWE.
Yes.
I will say he's already made his WWE debut technically.
As Chris Park?
No, that is separate. He has
as
made
Abyss.
his WWE debut as Abyss in WWE 2K25.
Oh.
What do you mean, oh?
In the video game.
Yeah, that counts as WWE debut to me.
Oh, jeez, Mark.
What do you mean? Sting debuted in WWE in a video game, and then he showed up.
That's not a debut.
It kind of is, though. People will 100% agree with me. You had JB, Jeremy Borash, talking backstage with Petey Williams, and then the Giant Omos showed up. They didn't show him, but Air Paris was in fact there, so I thought that was pretty cool. You saw that off air that he was there. And then they aired
Air Paris being with the WCW.
Yeah, they aired a tribute video with Creed's Higher. It had WCW, TNA, WWE footage, obviously, and then by picture, New Japan Pro Wrestling was represented. And then AJ Styles made his way out to the ring, and he spoke about Georgia. He spoke about Nashville, Tokyo, and WrestleMania. I thought for sure he was going to be naming Madison Square Garden. But he went with WrestleMania. And he went over people that he made history with, and he said that he's done almost everything except for be a full-time father. And he spoke about losing to Gunther. He brought up how his first match in WWE was at the Royal Rumble. His last match he decided was going to be at the Royal Rumble. And he brought up the gloves and how at the Rumble, after losing, he took them off, he put them back on, and he realized, I wanted to do that home. I wanted to bring them home. And I'm a man of my word. Takes his vest off, he lays that out, takes the gloves off, puts the gloves on the vest. And that's it, man. That's how he rode off.
I actually like this a lot. I really like that he addresses him taking off the gloves because, taking off the gloves and putting them back on, because that led to so much speculation that led to so many people being like, oh, he's going to still wrestle, but just not in WWE and this and that. So him in this promo actually addressing that and saying how he wanted to do it at home, I thought that was perfect. That was a great explanation for why he did that. And at that rate, I mean, now in my opinion, we got closure on AJ Styles. I really don't think that we're going to see him elsewhere with a match. I think that I could believe that.
Yeah, and then obviously all the ending stuff for WWE, like Monday Night Raw and everything, goes down to where it's like, oh, that's the end of the show. And I'm like, that can't be the end of the show. Absolutely can't. And you had the roster come out, send him off. Undertaker then comes out, and he said that he has unfinished business with AJ Styles, and then went on to announce that AJ Styles will be getting inducted to the WWE Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I like that too. I like AJ's reactions throughout it, because at first it was like, it made you think, because Undertaker was just like, we got unfinished business.
Did not
and then
make
for
me
a moment,
think.
I
texted you when this segment was happening.
Mm-hmm, yeah, I was just like, huh, that's interesting. And then it ended up going into the, if you see me coming, that means that you're going. And I thought that this, like, I really liked AJ's reaction. It was so genuine. And then his family coming into the ring to join him to celebrate and stuff like that. It was really a good moment. And then that led to everybody on the roster joining them in the ring to celebrate. You had his personal photographer, Shinsuke Nakamura, taking a bunch of photographs and stuff like that. And it was really a nice moment. You know, you had everybody in the ring celebrating.
And then, of course, all the sickos.
He's going to Revolution, is showing up. Will they still induct him if he shows up in AEW? He's going to show up, thank God. Woohoo, he's done with WWE, he's coming to AEW.
So AJ Styles then went on to talking shop with the Good Brothers to be like, gosh, shut up. I'm not going to AEW. I signed long-term WWE. Going to be there forever.
Yeah, and apparently that I just saw, actually right before we recorded, I saw that it's out there that he did sign a new contract with WWE too.
Having neck problems. I'm not facing your boy, Billy Boy. I'm with WWE. I'm going to help the younger generation, just not Kip Sabian's included in there too. I was going to say, meant Kyle Fletcher. It's like ridiculous that they're still at this too. That it's like, oh no, he's working us, guys. He's going to obviously show up at Revolution.
I mean, he's even said that he just can't. Like, and I actually like that about the interview with him and CVV, is where he was just talking and saying how him and John Cena were talking and stuff like that, and they were just comparing to each other, saying like how fans really just don't get it. Like, after a match, because of their age and the amount of bruising and everything that they've done on their bodies, just after a match, they just feel it for a long time, and the recovery is very slow. And yeah, like you said, he went on and said that he's done. So, do you think that Dixie Carter should have been there? That would have been cool.
I mean, I guess.
Can you give us a good old Dixie Carter impression? It's been a while.
Nah, I'm
Can you still do a Dixie impression?
Do I, or can I?
Can you?
I believe I recently did one within the year. But I'm all right.
Oh, that means he can't do it.
I could do it.
Well, that was Monday Night Raw. Now let's move on to NXT, where it kicked off with the Vanity Project picking up the victory over Dark State to become the new tag team champions with the big assist of Tony D'Angelo.
Yeah, man, this match was a bit chaotic. I think Dark State was very, very... this might have been the best I've ever seen Dark State. They were very good in this match. I feel like we haven't seen that from them before. But Jackson Drake at one point got Brad Baylor's leg on the rope right in front of the referee's eyes. Also, Brad Baylor's arm is underneath the rope, so regardless of that, that shouldn't have, been a pin. But, like you said, Tony D'Angelo showed up. He took out Saquon. He put Brad Baylor onto him, and honestly, that was unexpected. I feel like maybe I should have expected that, given Tony D'Angelo saying that he's coming for Darkseid.
Mm-hmm.
But I just, for whatever reason, wasn't expecting that. But we have the Vanity Project now as new tag team champions. This episode itself was like a big reboot almost.
I agree. I think that there was a big reboot, and I think that this is great that Darkseid I have to see a lot more improvement of. Like you said, that this may be probably their best match. I think that Darkseid still looks very green at times, and I feel like I want to see more of them. And I'm really happy that Vanity Project did pick up the victory to become the new tag team champions, because I still really don't know them. But now that they're tag team champions, obviously they're going to be featured a lot more than they have. Even though they've been on a lot recently, now they're giving more reasons for your eyes to be on them. And I'm interested to see what's going to happen with Vanity Project.
Well, we'll put a pin in that.
Next up, you had Keanu Carver pick up the victory over Sean Legacy. And Keanu Carver, he's just carving out a path, and he's going to be going straight to the championship.
I am torn on this match, though, because Keanu Carver, it's like almost rightfully so, he controlled most of this match. But I don't know if Sean Legacy should have been in this match, because they were literally both just in that NXT Championship ladder match. And here, Legacy barely got anything in.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't really like that aspect of it. Also, Sean Legacy gave his official goodbye to Evolve this week, so he's officially going up to the NXT roster now. So we will see more of Sean Legacy. And yeah, I mean, It seems like we're going to be seeing big things from Carver.
Yeah, the dude's a beast, you know? But next up, you had LeFleur pick up the victory over Jasper Troy and Eli Knight, who still has to change his name, to become the new Speed champion. I was very surprised. I did not expect Troy to lose this.
I figured if he was going to lose, it would be in the way he lost it.
So now I'm going to add to that. I was also surprised that Troy was the person who got pinned. Are you not even surprised by that? I could see LeFleur. I could see LeFleur pinning Knight,
but
with everything.
In the same aspect, though, LeFleur hits a move, Knight hits a moonsault and couldn't get the pin. And then LeFleur was able to actually get that pin.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you say it's like a stolen victory almost?
Yes, I would say that. I mean, wasn't Eli... I know he couldn't get over for the pin, but he was just taken out, though, right?
I mean, I don't know if I would say taken out.
What was the... How did he get out of it?
He hit the move, and then he couldn't...
Okay.
He just couldn't get the
Gotcha.
pin.
For some reason, I thought that he just was taken out, but it was stolen then.
Also,
you know,
that one moonsault before that moonsault that he did, the standing one, springboard in the corner, I thought was impressive. Very impressive.
Agreed.
By the way.
Agreed. And I thought this was a good match, especially with the speed, with it being a speed match and the time limit. I thought that the three of them, this was a really fun match.
Yeah, they actually didn't need the extra 2 minutes.
Yeah.
But with Elio
LaFleur,
I
actually was surprised. I was actually surprised about that too. I'm glad that you brought that up. I'm so used to speed matches going down to the wire. So the fact that this actually didn't go as close to the wire, I actually like that.
With him winning the Speed Championship, he becomes the first French wrestler in WWE to win a title since who? Do you know the answer to this?
Is it not Andre the Giant? Let's see. French. Is it not La Resistance?
They're Canadian. French Canadian.
I mean, okay, so you want France.
Yeah.
Andre the Giant is one. There's another. I just thought of someone too.
Do you want a hint?
French. It's not somebody recent though, right?
It was, I believe, 38 years ago, maybe.
That's the thing. Yeah.
You want a hint?
No, because I just had it in my mind. Who it was, and
you're not gonna. There's not any French wrestlers that you're gonna be able to name other than Andre the Giant. You're not. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you who it was.
Give me a hint. Because I feel like I thought of
already.
someone. What's that?
I said you've said his name multiple times already.
On the podcast or during this guessing?
During this guessing.
Oh, then why didn't you say that it was him?
You said, it's definitely not Andre the Giant.
Okay, so then it's Andre.
I wanted to hear who you were coming up with.
I don't know. I thought Andre, but then for some reason there was I thought that maybe there was another wrestler in the 90s, but not the main champion. Like maybe just another champion in general, but I couldn't think of anybody. Then I thought like La Resistance, but I didn't know if it was one of them was like pure. But
yeah, no.
French Canadian.
There's only there's
Andre.
not many like wrestlers who would have fit that bill.
What do you mean?
Like you wouldn't have had like if you were actually going back to try to guess, you'd only really have a very short list of people.
And I feel like everybody that I started thinking of was French Canadian. Like
if you
from
go
Canada or
to
something.
the earlier days of NXT, they didn't win titles, but Sylvester Lefort and Marcus Louis, they didn't win titles.
No, I didn't think of them.
If you go to,
I was thinking the Mountie and stuff, but I knew that wasn't. That still would have been Canadian.
Amal would have been a guest, but she didn't win any gold in WWE.
Mm-hmm.
So you didn't really have that many people to guess from.
Nah. All right. Andre.
Yep.
Andre the Giant. Next up, you had very controversial JC Jane picking up the victory in, could we say record time?
It might be for an
Soul,
NXT Women's Championship match.
Right? Over Sol Ruca because Zarya, even before the bell rang, Zarya takes out Sol Ruca and then hits her with the F5.
Yeah, big spear. F5, the bell rings. Sol Ruca said she can go, and then boom, rolling encore.
And I think that JC Jane does the rolling encore better than anybody I have seen do a rolling. What is it? A rolling elbow or a rolling punch?
It's an elbow, forearm, maybe. I guess an elbow.
Right? I haven't seen anybody do it in a very long time to the level that she's doing it. I feel like every time that she does it, I'm always such a mark for when she lands it because it looks so good.
I think it should have been a new move in WWE 2K26, but that didn't happen.
It should be in there because she's been on the roster for a long time.
There is already a version of that move in the game, but I feel like hers specifically should have been redone. Yeah. But Zarya continued the attack after the match. She F5'd her onto the table. And then backstage, Zarya told JC that she owes her. And JC's like, and Zarya's like, no.
Yeah.
Next week or same fate for you.
Yeah. I like that too. I liked how Fatal Attraction, which was like, no,
Fatal Influence.
She doesn't have to defend against you. Huh?
Fatal Influence.
yeah, influence. Like, I like how they were like, she doesn't have to defend it against you. Like, what gives you the right to have this match right now? And she goes on to be like, hey, if you're not going to give it to me, then you're going to end up like her. Which, I mean, technically isn't that bad, because if you end up like Sol Ruca, that means that you still get to keep your championship. And this is the Zarya that I have been wanting to see.
Well, first of all,
I guess
we don't know. We don't know if Sol Ruca is taken out or what. So,
but I mean, she
could also potentially lose her championship by getting taken out by Zarya.
One more time?
She can lose her title by being taken out.
Oh, by Zarya, and then
you're injured.
I mean,
you're
at
done.
that rate, I feel like as a heel, I feel like if you get taken out before the match, you're not going to continue the match. Like Sol Ruca, I think it could go because it's a face. But
No, but nobody's talking about a match.
Mm-hmm.
She said, "Give me the match, or you're going to have the same fate." If she had the same fate, she gets taken out. She can't compete. She loses her title. She has to forfeit the title.
Oh, so you mean that she would actually legit forfeit it?
She gets stripped of the title.
Can't compete. Yeah. Huh. Okay. But I think that this Zarya is going to be a beast on that roster.
Does
I think
she
that
have
it's
to
going to
win
be
next
something
week?
new.
I feel like
Zarya?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. I think that I don't.
It's a tough call.
I'm going to say yes, she has to win, but also Fatal Influence can be the wrench in there, you know?
Shawn Michaels on...
And then also, actually, Sol Ruca could be the wrench in there and cause an interference, or it could be a disqualification where JCJ wins by Sol Ruca going after Zarya.
Yeah, but then something bigger would have to happen for, like, somebody else comes out that's bigger than that.
A payoff.
Yeah.
Unless it goes into, like, a triple threat or something. But I feel like Zarya does have to come out as the winner somehow with the three of these people. After
that, we saw Tatum Paxley cut a promo about loneliness and how the fans never asked her to change. And she said that when she beats Izzy Dame at Vengeance Day, the title won't just be hers, it'll be everybody's. And then Izzy Dame showed up and said that she'll never be enough, and they argued. It looked like they were about to brawl, and the lights went out for Blake Monroe's entrance, and they just stopped.
Yeah, I thought that was weird.
I thought that was a very weird transition.
Yeah, and I really did like that she cut the promo in the crowd.
Yeah.
I thought that was good.
Also, Tatum Paxley should have been very much so updated for WWE 2K26, so it's very unfortunate that she was not. After that, though...
But yeah, Thea Hale picked up the victory over Blake Monroe to advance in the speed tournament. This, I actually am not happy about, because you had all of these promos and stuff involving Blake Monroe and speed, the speed tournament and everything like that, and I thought that Blake Monroe was a shoo-in to continue.
How? Have you?
I don't know.
Not
I
been
just thought that Blake
television is what I'm gonna say. All those. No offense. I mean, you're one of those people that believed it. All those dumb accounts online.
LOL. Blake Monroe lost. She went to WWE and somebody clearly hates her. LOL.
Thea Hale. Obviously, she wastes no time to getting into the match with Blake Monroe. It was never about Blake Monroe versus Thea Hale. Jada Parker, for a month or so now, has been in this feud with Blake Monroe. Jada Parker showed up and cost Blake Monroe a shot at the title. It's like, that's Wrestling 101.
Yeah, that's true.
She hit Blake with the hypnotic behind the referee's back. Thea Hale, she gets in the ring. Boom. Gets the victory.
LOL, she lost. They hate her. She's getting buried. Jobber. Should have stayed in AEW. Jobber.
That's a good impression.
Right?
Yeah. But next up, you had Uriah Connors picking the victory over Cal Dixon.
I think they had some good back and forth here. They did show Charlie Dempsey watching this backstage. They've been trying to court Charlie Dempsey to their second and third generation group, maybe fourth generation as well. But ultimately, Connors blocked a moonsault, and then he hit that huge running knee to get the victory there. You had to know Uriah Connors was winning this match. So whether or not we end up with that group, it seems likely, but I don't know what happens with the Ren QCC or the No Quarter Catch crew if that were to happen. I'd rather,
but
I'd ultimately rather not see the No Quarter Catch crew split up, but it seems like they're gonna, unless there's gonna be some sort of like, nah, bro, I'm not joining your group, and there's like generational warfare or something that happens. I don't know.
It's possible. But main event of the evening, Miles Bourne picking up the victory over Ethan Page to become the new North American champion. What a huge victory for Miles Bourne.
Yes, and Miles Bourne worked that injured ankle from last week that he stomped in a chair. I liked this match, man. This was, I feel like Miles Bourne had to win this match. I personally didn't know if he would actually win the match, though. I was very torn on that.
Yeah.
But Ethan
I don't
Page...
know. I think that Miles Bourne picking up the victory is perfect for this.
Yeah, I think very much so. But Ethan Page hit the ego's edge onto the commentary table, hits another one later on in the ring. It looked like that was about to be the end of the match. Miles Bourne kicks out. And then cards, the deck, or whatever you say, stacked against him big time. You got Vanity Project running out. They're distracting the referee. Jackson Drake clocked Miles Bourne with the Evolve Championship. And it's like, well, there goes the match. Miles Bourne kicks out of that. You had Hank and Tank as well as Shiloh Hill run out. They'd get chased off. Ricky Saints showed up. He was about to cost Miles Bourne the match. Joe Hendry stops him from interfering.
Mm-hmm.
And then Ethan Page ate an exposed turnbuckle. Miles Bourne hit another zigzag. I don't know what he calls that. I forget the move title, but gets the victory off of that.
I thought that this was... I really liked the end of the match, too.
I thought this was a very good episode of NXT.
Agreed.
So...
100% agreed.
But that is NXT. Moving over to SmackDown. It opened up with Jey Uso being taken out, loaded onto an ambulance. Jacob Fatu went with him to the hospital, and then it cut to Drew McIntyre in the crowd, and he claimed he had nothing to do with Jey getting taken out. Nick Aldis came out and told him to go to his office because people are gunning for McIntyre. Cody came out, said that they should fight right then and there. Drew obviously said no. Randy Orton showed up, said that his only concern is winning the Elimination Chamber and then beating Drew McIntyre at WrestleMania. He went to speak to Cody and Trick Williams interrupted. Then Javon Evans showed up. LA Knight came out. It turned into a brawl. Later on, Paul Heyman pitched Logan Paul to be added to the Elimination Chamber. Jacob Fatu also tried to get in, and then Nick Aldis ends up setting up a match between the two of them to qualify, so I'll put a pin in that. We saw Uncle Howdy pick up the victory over Solo Sikoa. Solo controlled more of this match than I was expecting him to. Even hit the Uso splash. I thought it was great when Solo went for that Samoan spike, and then he stopped doing it, and then went for Sister Abigail. That got reversed with the Mandible Claw. He did eventually hit the Samoan spike. Had little effect on Uncle Howdy. Uncle Howdy eventually hit that Sister Abigail, got the victory, got the lantern, then got attacked by the MFT. And they left with the lantern. Now we have a tag team qualifier match next week. I don't know who's going to be in that match, but Solo went to Nick Aldis to complain about that, so we'll see. Tiffany Stratton picked up the victory over Kairi Sane. It was supposed to be Asuka in this match, but she made Kairi take the match so she could rest before Elimination Chamber. Chelsea Green did commentary. I think they had good back and forth in this match. That DDT counter onto the apron when from Kyrie when Tiffany Stratton had the suplex on her. I thought that was great. Kyrie went for the insane elbow. Tiffany Stratton pushed her off the top rope onto Alba Fire. Chelsea Green yelled at her. And then Kyrie accidentally hit Chelsea Green. I thought the sell on that going back into the wheelchair was perfect. And then, of course, Tiffany Stratton ends up getting hitting the prettiest moonsault ever on Kyrie to get the victory there. You had Obafemi pick up the victory over The Miz. Immediately, as soon as the bell rang, Miz tried to get out of the match. And he said that he doesn't want Oba to go after the locker room leader. He wants to guide him. He wants to be his Undertaker. And Oba's like, I forget what the line was. He said something about being a dead man. I thought that was a great line. And obviously, Obafemi turned The Miz down and controlled a majority of that match. Carmelo Hayes picked up the victory over Matt Cardona to retain the U.S. Championship. Beforehand, Carmelo Hayes questioned Ilya Dragunov why he wasn't dressed to compete. Ilya Dragunov said he doesn't feel like he earned a match. This match I thought was good. I think it was a good match for Carmelo Hayes to work with someone like Matt. He ends up winning with the first 48. We saw Jordynne Grace pick up the victory over Candice LeRae. I was hoping we would see Candice cook in this match, but in the end, Johnny Gargano, he was moping around, ends up getting up off the commentary table, starts moping his way to the back. That distracted Candice LeRae, and then Jordynne Grace got the victory off of that. We saw Lash Legend and Nia Jax pick up the victory over Rio to become the new tag team champions. I was not expecting that at all. The challengers did a very good job at holding the ring at times. I like that Samoan drop spot to Rhea Ripley onto the commentary table. But the whole end of this match I thought was crazy. And like I said, I really wasn't expecting this outcome. For the main event, you could completely disregard the Elimination Chamber stuff that we talk about at the beginning. But Logan Paul picks up the victory over Jacob Fatu to qualify for the Chamber. I couldn't choose who I thought was going to win this match. But Austin Theory got involved. Paul Heyman got involved. Logan Paul was able to low blow Jacob Fatu off of that. He kicks out of the frog splash. I wasn't expecting that. And then the Masked Man showed up, took out Austin Theory. And then Logan Paul took him out, unmasked him. It was nobody knew. We didn't know who it was. Sound like Porky Pig there for a second. But McIntyre in the end shows up, clocks Jacob Fatu with the WWE Championship. Boom. Logan Paul gets that last spot. So that is SmackDown. Going to move over to the Elimination Chamber, taking place in Chicago, Illinois at the United Center. The first televised WWE event being held there since, you know? I know you don't, but do you know?
You know I don't.
SummerSlam 1994.
Oh, I was going to say that.
This, of course, is where CM Punk had his big return to pro wrestling with AEW. But Elimination Chamber, 4 matches. They could add another one. People think maybe on SmackDown they'll add Jade Cargill versus Charlotte Flair.
I thought that was going to be probably the WrestleMania matchup.
I think that would be done. It can't be because she's not in the chamber, so it's not.
Yeah, so then I would probably do it at Elimination Chamber.
If that does happen,
you need Charlotte versus her.
If it happens, Jade Cargill's getting that victory. Obviously, we're recording this before we record SmackDown.
Mm-hmm.
For the WWE Women's Championship at WrestleMania, who will be facing Jade Cargill? We have the Elimination Chamber. Tiffany Stratton, Rhea Ripley, Alexa Bliss, Asuka, Kiana James, and Raquel Rodriguez. Every single person except for Tiffany Stratton is in a tag team feud, so I am saying it's Tiffy time.
That makes complete sense to me. Yeah.
And it wouldn't even, if you go to Monday Night Raw.
I'm happy that Kiana James is in this matchup, too.
That match on Monday Night Raw, though, literally everybody is still in that tag team division.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'll go Tiffany Stratton as well. Next up, let's go with Randy Orton, LA Knight, Cody Rhodes, Javon Evans, Trick Williams, and Jey Uso in their Elimination Chamber match for an undisputed WWE Championship matchup at WrestleMania. I guess Cody. I mean, I would like to go with anybody else but Cody or Jay.
I mean, I would not like to see it, but I think I'm going to pick Randy Orton here. Part of me thinks that they have to get Jacob Fatu and Cody Rhodes into that match regardless, though. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Maybe we'll see a fatal four-way at WrestleMania 42.
Maybe. World Heavyweight Championship on the line, CM Punk versus Finn Balor. I'm going to go with
CM Punk. What do you mean? CM Punk. He's not losing the title before WrestleMania. It's like Roman Reigns versus Finn Balor versus CM Punk or something like that.
I mean, I just want to see Finn with the World Heavyweight Championship again.
It'd be great, but it's CM Punk. And I also would have closed with CM Punk, but...
CM Punk.
WWE Women's Intercontinental Championship on the line. Becky Lynch, hometown hero, versus AJ Lee. That was the hometown hero I was talking about, not Becky Lynch.
I'm going Becky.
I don't know, man.
I mean, if AJ wins, that match is going to suck.
I don't know, man. I kind of feel like she has to take the title. And then we get something at WrestleMania between multiple women. I don't know.
I mean, it could.
I'm going to say AJ Lee.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely could see AJ Lee winning too. And then it becoming a multi-woman matchup.
So those are our predictions for Elimination Chamber. Going to take a quick little break right now, and I'll be right back here on Markin Out.
Markin Out?
Oh, it's only a sound thing. Yeah. Okay. Here's the thing. I thought he was about to film me saying this, but I guess it's just a vocal thing. So I'm going to make it really good. I'm going to make sound effects, voice effects, all this. Listen. This is Kevin Steen. And you're listening to Markin Out.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Markin Out episode 786. Moving back to AAA from last week, El Hijo de Dr. Wagner Jr. picked up the victory over Belsegur to retain. Belsegur? I don't remember how you pronounce that. But this was an open challenge. He was not waiting for him. He was waiting for Santos Escobar. And this match, it wasn't one-sided, but there was no way Wagner was losing this match. And then afterwards, he called Santos Escobar out. He showed up on the screen. He said, "Oh, you would, of course, call me out when I'm not even in Mexico. And I'll show up on my terms." And then later on, Escobar ended up attacking Dr. Wagner. So he was, in fact, in Mexico. And then he rode off on a motorcycle. You had Laredo Kid pick up the victory over TJ Perkins, I believe it was. Not TJP this time around. But he retained the championship. TJP controlled more of the match and disregarded the rules every chance that he got. And he also tried to use the ropes, but the referee caught him. And then when Laredo Kid pinned TJP, TJP had his hand on the ropes. Laredo Kid had TJP's tights. The referee didn't see any of that. So Laredo Kid used what TJ Perkins was trying to use against him. And then he attacked Laredo Kid afterwards. I couldn't tell, but I'm like 99% sure the fans were booing Laredo Kid and cheering TJP there. You had Abismo Negro Jr. pick up the victory over El Fiscal via disqualification. They went at it right away. went outside pretty much right away. Fiscal ends up attacking the referee, other officials. They continued brawling, so I'm assuming we're going to see that again. Yeah, the contract signing for Dominic and Vikingo, which Dorian Roldan spoke about Vikingo putting his hair on the line and asked Dom what he's putting up. What's your proposal? And Dom said that he's going to break Vikingo's record and hold that title for a long time. And Dominic said that when he beats Vikingo again, he'll never be able to challenge for that championship again. Or challenge him for that championship again. And Vikingo said that all he needs is one opportunity. He's walking out as champion. And when he does, Dom leaves Mexico and AAA forever. And the match will be no DQ. I don't know who is winning that match. Vikingo wanted to preview what's going to happen in Puebla, and they aired a video package of Vikingo visiting that hospital and attacking Mini Vikingo. And Dom said they could fight right there, and then Omos got in his face. El Grande Americano showed up and smacked Omos with a chair. Had zero effect on Omos. He takes off, and then El Grande Americano Original shows up, attacks Americano. Dom just stood there and then eventually walked off. I think that's the second time we've seen that now. But I honestly can't. I can't see Dom leaving Mexico forever. So I would hope to see Dom retain that mega championship. Moving over to TNA Impact, you had the Nemeths pick up the victory over Mike Santana and Leon Slater. Frankie Kazarian did commentary. I think the Nemeths, they held the ring for a bit. You did have Mike Santana and Leon Slater take over. But Eric Young ran out. Santana backed him off. All of that allowed for Nick Nemeth to get his knees up when Slater went for that Swanton 450. So he was able to get the victory off of that. Santana was kind of there for Slater, but at the same time wasn't there again. Because if he was, he would have been closer to break up a pin. Danny Luna picked up the victory over Lei Ying Lee. I thought this was great. I wish TNA had more matches like this. Luna at one point grabbed her chain to try to use it during the match, but Lei Ying Lee stopped her from using it. Later on, Danny Luna kicks out of a pin, sends her right into that chain. And from that, Danny Luna was able to get the victory. We saw AJ Francis pick up the victory over Mance Warner via disqualification. AJ tried to use a chair and Steph DeLander wrestled it away from him. And it ends up right near Mance. Mance takes it, starts beating AJ with it. They just had that segment with Danny Luna trying to use the chain. Why do a spot like that again? I don't get when they do that. You had Mickie James and Ash by Elegance have their face-to-face. Mickie said that when Ash was released from, she didn't say from WWE, but when she was released from WWE, basically, she called Mickie and she asked what she's going to do. And Mickie said that she called Tommy Dreamer to get her the job. And she said that she was the hottest free agent. They were already looking at her to sign her, blah, 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 blah. They were scouting her. She also said that the only thing that she cares about is the title that she never lost. They went back and forth a bit more. They got into a shoving match. And then the Elegance brand appeared on the screen with Mickie James' son. She takes off to go, I guess, rescue him from the Elegance brand. They end up showing up and attacking her. And Ash hit Mickey's DDT on the stage to Mickie James. So I have to assume that's going to lead to a tag match. Not a tag match, a singles match between the two of them. After that, Jada Stone picked up the victory over Tasha Steelz. I liked the spot where Stone went to take Tasha Steelz out with a dive. Steelz ends up moving. Order 4 catches Stone. And then Tasha Steelz went to do that same thing to Jada Stone. She ends up moving and hits Order 4 and takes them down. I think too much of this was fought on the outside. Stone ends up blocking a cutter, pins Tasha Steelz with the crucifix to get the victory. And then Tasha Steelz attacks Stone afterwards. You had Steve Maclin's interview with Tom. Tom asked him how he can explain his actions against Santana, and Maclin went absolutely off. And he said that he got Tom his job, and Tom said that there's so many others that have gone to bat for Maclin, and you just basically you can't help someone who doesn't want to be helped, who won't listen. And Tom questioned how many times Maclin's been fined for stuff for the same thing over and over again. Maclin ends up hitting Tom, knocking him down. Santana runs down, but security's kind of holding him back. Matt is questioning Steve Maclin. He gets pushed down. I don't know what this match will lead to between... Obviously, there's a match coming between Maclin and Santana. I don't know what, though. Earlier in the night, Alicia Edwards had a meeting with Tommy Dreamer and Carlos Silva, and she was basically, I'm thank you for your offer, I'm done. And she wanted to step away. Moose overheard that, and he showed up, and he's like, that's a bad idea. And he said, he's going to take care of the system. I could use you as my manager. And she's like, oh, that's great, I'll sign it. I kind of feel like we had this segment already, but without her with the contract. The main event saw the System pick up the victory over the Hardys and the Righteous. I think I said this a few weeks ago. I think their ring looks way too small for an 8-man tag. But I like Bear Bronson and Dutch squaring up in this match. Eventually it breaks down into that move gimmick. Eddie ends up hitting the Boston Knee Party onto Vincent. Vincent ate it for Matt Hardy. But because of that, they got the victory. And then the System continued to beat them down afterwards. Moose came out. He also gets beat down. And then Alicia Edwards ran out, pulled them all off of Moose, and she's like, stop it. So that was the end of Impact there. I still don't know if I 100% trust Alicia Edwards there. And I could 100% see her turning on Moose and rejoining the System. So we'll see what happens there. That was Impact. Hey, Brandon, got any shout-outs?
Hi, this is Casey Kasem, and up next on the American Top 40, Brandon shout-outs.
Song Sung Blue gets the first shout-out. Have you seen this or no?
Sounds familiar, but I don't know why.
It's out now on Peacock. It stars Hugh Jackman and Kate Hudson as the real-life couple who found success as Neil Diamond, a Neil Diamond tribute act based off of a documentary of the same title. I enjoyed this film. I think it's a crazy story. I don't know how much is actually real and pulled from real life, but it's an emotional roller coaster for sure. If you're a fan of Neil Diamond, I would say check it out. If you like Hugh Jackman, Kate Hudson, how could you not? It's quite odd. I don't know if it's a spoiler alert or not, but I will say I think it's awesome and absolutely insane at the same time that this random Neil Diamond tribute act got so big in their state that they opened for Pearl Jam. And that's a shoot.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Why were they so popular?
I don't know, man. They just blew up. I don't know.
Huh.
My next shout out goes to 56 Days, which is a brand new thriller show on Prime Video. Have you heard anything about this or no?
Not at all.
It literally goes from 0 to 100 and then like back down to 0 within minutes and then back all the way up to 100. It's like, I guess I'm technically describing what a thriller is. But it stars Dove Cameron. It stars Avin Jogia. Based on the novel of the same name, there's romance. There's a dead body that's like beyond dead. Police try to uncover it all. It's honestly, it was a crazy program, but I enjoyed this. Not for children, I will say that.
I don't know, but maybe I'll have to check it out.
Another shout out goes to Luck or Something. Also, you can't because you don't have Prime Video. I will say that.
Oh, well, David's not checking it out now.
But Luck or Something gets a shout out. Hilary Duff's new album was released last week. I think it's really good. The song Growing Up is dope because it interpolates "Damn It" from Blink-182. So I think that's really cool.
And she gives them credit too.
Yeah, and I also got a ticket to see her at Madison Square Garden, so I'm pumped for that. A lot of people couldn't get tickets, and a lot of these tickets are reselling for absolutely absurd prices. Also, a lot of the on-sale prices are like ridiculous, but I got one for one of the cheaper price ranges, I guess you'd say. Some venues had $40 tickets, and I wish that was the case with Madison Square Garden. But I'm just happy that I'll get to see Hilary Duff, because when she had gone on like a 4-city tour recently, and that Brooklyn show, man, 140,000 people showed up to try to get a ticket to see Hilary Duff in a small ass venue. I don't know if they're bots or what, but I got a ticket, and 120 plus thousand people. I went to the on sale portion of it, and 120,000 people went to try to get tickets at that time too. It's absolutely insane.
That's wild.
Yeah. My last shout out, though, goes to Robert Carradine, who passed away this week at the age of 71, part of the famous Carradine family. He starred in Revenge of the Nerds, both of all those films, as well as Lizzie McGuire, the TV show and the movie. I really wish that Disney Plus went somewhere with that series, that they were going to like pick up the Lizzie McGuire show again. But his brother shared that he had struggled with bipolar disorder and unfortunately took his own life. So if you or someone you know is struggling, please get help.
Yes, 100%.
Go out, though, and pay tribute to him this weekend. Go watch Lizzie McGuire. Go watch Revenge of the Nerds, all his TV shows, his movies. Those are my shout-outs. Now it's time for
Our
Mark Out Moment of the Week.
That is right, our Mark Out Moment of the Week. What do you got? I got a lot.
Oh, well, we don't have that much time, but I am going to say that my mark out moment was actually purchasing an Aja Kong autograph on eBay, a True Heart, the BBM True Heart series. It's an autograph card. It looks like a cool autograph.
I personally would not have said that until I got the goddamn card in my hand. I don't trust eBay at all. I don't want you to jinx anything, so hopefully I'm going to knock on some wood, and hopefully you get that card.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Anything else, though?
No, go for it.
Well, I had mentioned it sprinkled throughout the show, but we know a lot more now about WWE 2K26. We'll know more on Friday, so I'll speak about that further next week. But we know that the first pack, which I will say it really sucks, the first pack of DLC was announced. It is Psycho Clown, it's Mystery Iguana, it's Vikingo, and Lady Flammer. But at least we got them in the game.
Yeah.
We also have Triple Mania. We have the Reina de Reinas Championship as well. We already knew we had the Mega Championship in that, we now know it's part of that DLC pack. You could also rip Psycho Clown's mask with the D-pad, so I think that's awesome. I had hoped that we would get Psycho Clown in the game, and I was hoping that would be a D-pad gimmick. So I'm happy with that. I'm happy that we got Yoshiki Inamura. I think that's awesome. Ren Sinclair is finally in the game. She should have 100% been in last year. Jasmine Nix made the cut, so I'm happy for that. Hank and Tank are in the game. They actually updated Victoria's theme song. Last year, her entrance was good, but it had the 2003 Nicki Minaj theme song that didn't fit with the entrance that they gave her. We got Tattoo. We got all the things she said.
Yes.
I think that's
finally
awesome.
It's so good.
They updated Stacy Keibler's theme song as well. We got Legs. I think they might have given the actual track version of it instead of the WWE edit, though.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of weird, but I'm more than happy that we got those two theme songs. There's also, I think, a lot of negative things about WWE 2K26. like things that were locked in 2K25, things that people grinded for, maybe even paid real money for, man, we're locking it again. It's back to being locked. And I don't think that's right. If it was locked in My Rise, My Faction, Showcase, or The Island last year, it should be all unlocked. Give new things. Put new things in the game if you want to lock things. If we had something unlocked last year, it shouldn't be in a ringside pass. I don't care if it's a free tier. It shouldn't be like that. And all the legends that we normally have, this like part of the deluxe editions, I forget what they called it. There was a thing that you can unlock all the legends instantly without, you have to play the showcase for all the showcase and My Rise for My Rise stuff. But like legends like Stacy Keibler, legends like Hulk Hogan, Bray Wyatt, Eddie Guerrero, they were already all in the game. Now you have to grind and earn them again. You can't just press the button like we previously were able to. And you have to actually unlock them in the ringside pass. So I feel like we're getting 5.5. If you bought the the Monday Night Wars edition, you get 6 seasons. I feel like with that you get 5.5 because I feel like we already had this. This isn't new. And the 2 Persona cards, they put an Elite Jacob Fatu in there. I really hope that's not going to continue. I don't want Elite wrestling figure Persona cards part of this. I don't want to pay money for a wrestling figure in a game.
Yeah, I could agree with that. Also,
I will say, outside of 2K26, on I believe it was the second episode of the new season of Family Guy, they mentioned the wrestler in one of the scenes, and I thought that was really funny, the way that they went about it. So, spoiler alert.
I did mark I tossed on The Fall on Netflix, and they went into talking about name-dropping some wrestlers like Stone Cold and Mankind and stuff like that. So I marked for that, and then I also marked out for the return of
don't say
Scrubs.
Don't say it. I didn't watch it yet. I'll probably talk about that next week.
Well, I said it. I marked out for the return of Scrubs.
Also,
2 episodes. Loved it.
Literally all of AJ Styles stuff on Monday Night Raw.
Yeah, that's so true. Everything AJ Styles related.
Like when they had Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa backstage with Mia Yim, and then she's like, whoa, the Good Brothers walking. I'm like, what? I was like marking out big time over that to get the Bullet Club there. And then backstage, Frankie Kazarian's walking. I was like, what is happening right now? And then he opens up that door. I was freaking out, man. That was insane. They tried to make me pay attention to all those matches that were going on. I was like, what do you mean Abyss is right there? What are you talking about? That was awesome.
Yeah. Well, take it home.
Yeah, so that is the Mark Out Moments of the week. That is episode 786. Thank you so much for tuning in. You can follow us on Twitter at Markin Out, at BTTG161 on all platforms, at Chris Sweendog, at CMSweeney85, at DavidPTDPT on all platforms, Facebook.com/MarkinOut, YouTube.com/MarkinOut11. That's the Instagram as well as at MarkinOut11. ProWrestlingTees.com/MarkinOut, at MarkinOut on TikTok. You can rate, review, subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Amazon Podcasts, Spotify Podcasts, iHeartRadio, YouTube, MarkinOut.com, and we wish you the best of luck in your future endeavors. Have a